All right, y'all. So it's been a while since I've done something like this. Last time I was on the side of the Rio Grande National Forest, but let me kind of show you where I am. I'm on our property right now, so I'm not too far off the road. The whole point of this video is to kind of show you some techniques. I'm going to try some new things I've never tried. So I kind of just walked over across the street because the house is kind of in the background somewhere there, but I'm still pretty sheltered. As you can see, I'm in the middle of the woods. When we do hear the coy wolves or coyotes or whatever you want to call them around here, we do have the hybrids. They're usually over here in this part. So I did bring a little protection. So I'll kind of show you what I have. I did kind of basis on the show alone where you're allowed 10 things. So I brought about 10 things. I did bring some other things just to kind of, because it's a casual bushcraft trip. So, not too strict. Hearing some turkeys back here. We have a ton of wild turkeys in these woods. So worst comes to worst, I did. Oh, so let me go back to my list. So this is kind of like, I'll kind of like lay this out for you as we go, but I did bring a lantern so I can kind of just like, once I get this bushcraft scene set up, it's gonna look pretty nice. I did bring a tarp because I want to do a tarp shelter. There's my protection. So the 500 and my AR, just put a flashlight on that, so that has 6,000 lumen, and then of course my 100-round drum, just in case, flock of turkeys or something come at me. You never know, it could get real. So, but I did bring some other things. So I did bring water, but I brought a canteen. That's a night vision. I'm gonna use that later tonight. But for necessities, the tarp was one because that's something on the show. The saw. I did bring my primitive bow and arrow because that is a thing as well. I did bring a sleeping bag, so that's another thing. I brought some books, my GoPro stuff, just a couple odds and ends. But this is where it's going to be, right here. So I'm going to have walls. Like I said, I'm going to have a tarp shelter. The wind usually comes from this way, so that's the west. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be my home for the next 6 days. So what I'm going to do is just kind of, until my GoPros actually charge, I'm going to get back to you kind of on videos like this, just to kind of show you progress. I do want to actually just sit my phone on the ground so you can kind of see the process of this. So if you are wondering how to build a tarp shelter, you've never done this, it's very important that you pick the good spot. So I like picking trees because another one of my things was paracord. So I like picking trees that can be used as walls, just to kind of, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start setting up now, and I'm going to find a place to prop you up so you can kind of see what's going on and how I'm doing things. So maybe a side view. All right, so I'm going to stop this and get it positioned.